Hello everyone! In this video, I'll show you how to crochet a new style of jasmine flower. Our jasmine flowers are made with basic stitches and worked continuously as one piece. These flowers can be crocheted separately first, and then at the end for the whole blanket, so there's no need for sewing. We also don't need to count stitches on the main part. The main section of the blanket is worked the same way. Let's start by learning. We'll begin the jasmine flower with a chain foundation. Leave about a 20 centimeter yarn tail, hold the hook, place it under the yarn, and wrap it once. Pinch the crossed point and pull the loop through like this. Tighten it to make a slip knot. Chain 32 stitches. Yarn over and pull through the loop. That's one chain stitch. Yarn over and pull through again. That makes 2 chains. Continue like this until you have 32 chains. Let me show you how to count them. Each V shape counts as 1 chain stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count like this. When you finish 32 chains, it should look like this. Start from the 3rd chain from the hook. This is the first from the end, second, and the 3rd one. Work into the back half loop of the chain to make a double crochet. Yarn over. Insert the hook into the back half of the chain. Pull up a loop 3 loops on the hook, yarn over. Pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over again, and pull through the last 2. That's 1 completed double crochet. This V is our first stitch. Beginners can place a stitch marker here. Now, yarn over again. Insert into the back half of the next chain. Pull up a loop and make another double crochet like this. That's the second one. You can see the second V here. Continue making double crochets evenly without increasing or decreasing until you finish this entire chain row. When you reach the last stitch, check your work to make sure it's correct. We've made a total of 30 double crochet stitches. You can place a stitch marker in the last stitch, so when we turn the work later, you won't lose track of it. After finishing the first row, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, then turn your work. Now this last stitch becomes our first stitch after turning. So the stitch with the marker is the first stitch. Now let's start making the jasmine petals. Each petal uses 2 stitches. In the first stitch, we'll make 3 treble crochet stitches. A treble crochet is also called a double wrap stitch, which means you yarn over twice. Then insert into this stitch. This is our first stitch. I'll remove the stitch marker first. Now insert into this first stitch. Pull up a loop. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2. Yarn over again and pull through the next 2. And finally, yarn over and pull through the last 2. That's 1 treble crochet stitch. And we'll make 3 in this same stitch. So 2 more to go. I'll show you again. Yarn over twice, insert into the same stitch. Pull up a loop, pull through the first 2, then the next 2, and the last 2, that's the second one. Let's make the 3rd one quickly. Okay, after finishing 3 treble crochets in the first stitch, make 1 chain stitch. Take a look here. You'll see a figure 8 shape. That's the top of the chain stitch. Here you can see that figure 8 clearly. Insert the hook directly into that figure 8 shape. Then yarn over and pull the yarn through and make a slip stitch. You can pinch it gently while making the slip stitch. This forms a picot stitch made with 1 chain, creating a little pointed tip. Now move on to the second stitch. In the second stitch, make 2 treble crochet stitches. Yarn over twice, insert into the second stitch. We're inserting through both loops of the stitch, so the hook goes under both strands of the V. Yarn over and make a treble crochet. That's 1. Then make another one in the same stitch. After finishing 2 treble crochets in the same stitch, chain 3 and slip stitch into the same stitch. Okay, so 1 petal is made using 2 stitches. We'll make a total of 10 large petals like this. Continue with the second petal, same pattern. It's worked exactly the same as the first one. Chain 3 to begin. Next, we'll use the following 2 stitches. Yarn over twice, and in the first stitch, make 3 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3. After that, make a 1 chain picot stitch, chain 1, and you'll see 2 loops here, forming a figure 8 shape. Insert your hook through it, and make a slip stitch. You can pinch the base slightly, then complete the slip stitch. Okay, that's the end of the first stitch. Now in the second stitch, make 2 treble crochet stitches. 1, 2. After finishing, chain 3. and return to the same stitch. then make a slip stitch. Now the second petal is finished. Keep following this pattern. Make 10 large petals in total. After that, chain 3 and work into the next 2 stitches below. In the first stitch, make 3 treble crochets. Just follow the same steps as before. Make all 10 petals the same way. Okay, once you finish 10 petals, it looks like this. You can count to check. There should be 10 petals. Now we'll start crocheting 3 small petals. Each petal still takes up 2 stitches. Continue by chaining 3. Then, in the first stitch, make 1 double treble crochet 2 yarn overs. After that, make 1 picot stitch. That is, chain 1. Then you'll see these 2 strands forming a figure 8 shape. Insert your hook through here and make 1 slip stitch. Next, go into the second stitch. Make 1 double treble crochet again. Into the second stitch, a double treble crochet. Then chain 3. And slip stitch into the same stitch. This forms 1 small petal. We need 3 small petals in total. There are 2 more, please crochet them on your own. Just follow the same method as this petal. Start by chaining 3, then make 1 double treble crochet in the first stitch. After that, make a picot. Chain 1, insert into the figure 8 shape, and slip stitch. Then continue into the second stitch. Make 1 double treble crochet, chain 3 and slip stitch into the same stitch. That's the second petal. There's 1 more, please finish it the same way. When all 3 petals are done, it should look like this. Now we only have 4 stitches left. Work 1 double crochet into each of these 4 stitches. Chain 2. Then start making double crochets along the stitches. 1, 2, 3 on the last one is where the stitch marker is. Remove the marker and make the 4th double crochet. Then chain 2 and slip stitch into the same stitch. Chain 1 and leave a slightly long yarn tail. We'll need this long tail for sewing. About 30 centimeters is enough. Cut the yarn. Pull the end out and tighten it. This forms a small knot here. Now the jasmine flower is complete. Next, we just need to roll it up. Take the sewing needle from the material kit and thread this yarn tail through it. The petals should face toward your right hand. Roll it up like this. Roll it slowly. Try to keep the bottom as flat as possible while rolling. It should look roughly like this. Then we'll use the sewing needle to make a few random stitches to secure it. I usually sew it this way. Insert the needle back through the last petal here. Then make 1 stitch and bring the needle back to the center. At this step, it doesn't matter, just sew freely. As long as the flower is secured tightly, that's fine. Finally, sew it back toward the center again. Then tie the 2 yarn tails together. Tie 1 more knot. Okay, now it's nice and secure. You can cut off the yarn now, but I prefer to thread both yarn tails again. Back into the sewing needle. Then make a few more stitches randomly through the center. Okay, now cut off the yarn directly. The back side of the flower will look neat with no yarn ends showing. This completes 1 jasmine flower. According to the pattern inside your kit, follow the diagram for the required number of flowers. Crochet all the jasmine flowers first, because when we make the leaves later, the flowers will be crocheted together directly. The main blanket pattern is the same as before. You can refer to the Lily of the Valley beginner blanket tutorial. One thing to note, the last round of our blanket needs to be worked using the leaf-colored yarn. For the jasmine blanket, the number of rounds is already arranged in the kit, so just follow the diagram provided and crochet until the second to last round. After that, we'll change yarn and crochet the final round. For the last round, we'll switch to the new yarn color. Here, I've already slip stitched to the first stitch, then chained 1 and fastened off. That forms a small knot here to make it more secure. We'll insert the hook into this same first slip stitch and bring in the leaf colored yarn. Leave a short tail of yarn, pull the new yarn through like this, chain 2 as the starting chains. This chain doesn't count as a stitch. Then continue working double crochets. Still work the double crochet into this same first stitch. Remember to place both yarn tails on top of the hook. It's the same as when we change yarn colors. Carry the yarn along in this way. Work a double crochet. Okay, place a stitch marker on the first stitch. Pull these 2 yarn tails slightly. Then continue crocheting. Keep making double crochets. Carry the yarn tail along as you go. It's exactly the same as invisible color change. After carrying it for several stitches, you can stop. Trim the remaining yarn tail at the back later. Just follow the stitch pattern in the diagram from the material kit. Finish this entire round. Don't forget the increase stitch at the last double crochet. After finishing chain 1, that completes this repeat pattern. There are 11 more repeats, please continue on your own. After completing the 12th repeat, remove the stitch marker, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. That completes the main body part. Now we'll start crocheting the leaves. You can crochet the flowers separately first. Later, when making the leaves, we won't cut the yarn. We'll crochet the flowers directly onto it. Chain 1, 2 starts. This counts as the turning chain for single crochet. The pattern for this round goes like this. In the first slip stitch, make 1 single crochet. You can place a stitch marker in this first stitch. After making 1 single crochet, chain 2, keep the chains slightly loose. Skip to stitches. In the next stitch, make 1 single crochet. Then chain 2. Skip to stitches, make 1 single crochet again, then chain 2. Repeat this pattern. Skip to stitches and make 1 single crochet. Then chain 2, make them a little loose. Otherwise, it will curl up. This round follows the same pattern as the rose blanket. It shouldn't be difficult at all. Please continue crocheting on your own. A small note to pay attention to. When you reach this chain space, it also counts as 1 stitch. The chain space here is counted as 1 stitch too. Make sure to include it in your stitch count. For example, after skipping 2 stitches, we reach this chain. We'll just crochet directly into this chain space. Make 1 single crochet here. Then continue by chaining 2. Count down to stitches and make 1 single crochet. As long as you count the chain spaces, it will be correct. After finishing the last group of 2 chains, it should look like this. At the bottom, also skip 1 stitch, then skip to stitches, remove the stitch marker from the first stitch, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. That completes the first round of the leaves. Now begin round 2. Start again by chaining 1. This round is very simple. We'll just make single crochets all the way around. Go back to the first stitch where we made the slip stitch earlier. Make 1 single crochet. Place a stitch marker in this first stitch again. Next, we reach the chain space formed by 2 chains. Directly into this chain space, make 2 single crochets. 1, and then another one. That's 1 repeat of the pattern. Okay? When you meet a single crochet, make 1 single crochet. Then into the next chain space, make 2 single crochets. Repeat this pattern when you meet a single crochet. Make 1 single crochet. When you meet a 2 chain space, make 2 single crochets. Just continue like this. Remember to keep your single crochets a little loose. Please finish this part on your own. When you reach the last chain space, make 2 single crochets. After finishing, remove the stitch marker from the first stitch. Join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. That completes this round. Next, we'll start the final round of the leaves. Again, chain 1 as the turning chain. Go back into the first stitch. Make 1 single crochet. Remember to place a stitch marker in this first stitch. After finishing the first single crochet, we'll start making the leaf. Chain 10. You can make your chains a little looser. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After finishing 10 chains, we'll skip the very last chain and insert into the second one from the hook. This is the last chain. This is the second to last. Insert your hook into the back half of that chain. Make 1 single crochet. For the leaf, we always crochet into the back half of each chain. After the single crochet, make 1 half double crochet. Yarn over. Insert into the back half of the next chain. Pull up a loop. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's a half double crochet. Next, work 1 double crochet. 1 and another double crochet. 2. Okay? After finishing 2 double crochets, make 1 double treble crochet. We already learned this stitch in the flower part. Yarn over twice, insert into the back half of the next chain. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again, pull through the next 2 loops, and yarn over once more, pull through the last 2 loops. Now we start working back down. Make 1 double crochet. Then make 2 half double crochets. 1 and another one. Now there's only 1 chain left. Make 1 single crochet in it. That's 1 completed leaf. We'll make another leaf the same way. Chain 10 again. Use exactly the same crochet method as before. I'll show it once more. Skip the last chain, insert into the second one, and work 1 single crochet into the back half. Then make 1 half double crochet. Next, 2 double crochets. 1 and 2, then 1 double treble crochet. Now work back down, 1 double crochet, then 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, and in the last chain, make 1 single crochet. Now the second leaf is also finished. You can pull it gently so it won't curl up too much. Okay, after finishing the 2 leaves, go back to the stitch where we made that single crochet earlier. In that same stitch, make 1 slip stitch. Just pull the yarn through directly, pull it up and tighten it. That finishes this leaf section. Now continue to crochet the next leaf section. After finishing it, we'll make 12 single crochets. This part should be easy. 1, 2, just count carefully. Count 12 and crochet them by yourself. All right, the 12th single crochet. Once the 12th stitch is done, loosen the working loop a little. Now we'll attach our jasmine flower. This one is already crocheted and sewn separately. Turn it over to the back side. Insert your hook horizontally through the back. Go through a few stitches. Just a few are enough. You can wiggle it slightly to loosen it a bit. Now go back to the working loop and place your hook inside. Pull the yarn through. Okay, now pay attention. Pull the yarn tight to secure it firmly. Then continue to crochet 12 single crochets. The first one might be a bit hard to make because the flower is attached here, so just work slowly on this first one. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull the yarn through. Good. Yarn over again, and make 1 single crochet. That's the first single crochet. Now the flower is already joined to the blanket. Continue with the second single crochet. Then the third one, keep going until you have 12. All right, the 12th single crochet. After finishing all 12 stitches, we'll make another leaf. It follows exactly the same pattern as before. After the 12th single crochet, chain 10. Keep chaining until you have 10. Then follow the same method as the previous leaf. I won't repeat the explanation here. After finishing both leaves, we'll return to this 12th single crochet. This is the same stitch where we just made the single crochet. Make a slip stitch here. Work 1 slip stitch into the same stitch. All right, now the leaf is finished. Then continue crocheting 12 single crochets. We'll start attaching the next flower. 1, 2, just crochet like this. Remember, after finishing the 12th single crochet, pull the loop a bit larger. Then add our jasmine flower. It might feel a bit tight when inserting it. Loosen it slightly and pull it through. Pull the yarn over. Tighten it firmly. Then continue crocheting 12 more single crochets. The first stitch might be a bit hard to work. Take your time and crochet carefully. Once the first one is done, the second will be easier. Then follow the same pattern for the third and so on. That means 12 stitches for 1 flower and 12 stitches for 1 leaf. Just repeat this pattern in sequence. After attaching the last jasmine flower, you'll have 11 stitches left. Crochet 11 single crochets. Then join into the marked stitch. That first stitch is where we started with the first single crochet. Join with a slip stitch to connect. Then chain 1 and fasten off. Our blanket is now finished. Pull the yarn tail through. Thread the yarn tail into a darning needle and weave it through a few stitches on the back side. Alright, this is the end of the blanket tutorial. We'll stop here for today. If there's anything unclear, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.